In order of distance from the Sun they are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Pluto, which until recently was considered to be the farthest planet, is now classified as a dwarf planet. Mercury refers primarily to the innermost planet in our solar system. The toxic liquid metal chemical element, Hg, atomic number 80, or the Roman deity of commerce. Mercury, planet, is the smallest planet and fastest orbiting, while Mercury, element, is known as quicksilver and is a persistent, toxic pollutant that accumulates in fish as methylmercury. Mercury, planet, NASA science, characteristics, closest to the Sun. Slightly larger than Earth's moon and has no significant atmosphere. Surface temp, extreme temperatures ranging from during the day to at night. Exploration, visited by Mariner 10 and NASA's Messenger spacecraft. Mercury, element, chemical environmental properties, liquid at standard temperature pressure. Density of, melting point of. Health hazards, causes neurological damage, tremors, and memory loss through ingestion or inhalation. Environmental impact, released via human activity. It transforms into methylmercury and concentrates in the food chain, particularly in fish like shark and swordfish. Other meanings: mythology, Roman god of commerce, travelers, and thieves. Automobiles, defunct Ford brand, 1939 to 2011. Fintech, business banking platform. Space, Project Mercury, the first human spaceflight program of the US. Venus is the second planet from the Sun and Earth's closest neighbor, often called our sister planet due to its similar size, mass, and rocky composition. It is the hottest planet in the solar system, with surface temperatures around, capable of melting lead, driven by a thick carbon dioxide-rich atmosphere. Venus is uniquely characterized by its clockwise, retrograde, rotation, and a day, Earth days, that lasts longer than its year, Earth days. Atmosphere and temperature. Venus has a dense atmosphere that creates an intense greenhouse effect, making it hotter than Mercury despite being further from the Sun. Rotation and orbit. It spins clockwise, opposite to most planets, and is extremely slow. A single day on Venus lasts Earth days, while a year takes Earth days. Surface. The surface is a rocky, volcanic landscape, but is obscured by thick clouds of sulfuric acid. Visibility. As the brightest planet in the sky, it is often visible during sunrise or sunset, sometimes mistaken for UFOs. Exploration. Numerous missions have visited Venus, including the Soviet Venera probes which first landed there in 1970, and future NASA missions like Da Vinci and Veritas. Name. Named after the Roman goddess of love and beauty, it is the only planet named after a female figure. Atmospheric conditions and potential life. While the surface is incredibly hostile, conditions about 30 miles, 50 kilometers, up are more temperate, with temperatures ranging from 2 to. This region has atmospheric pressure similar to Earth's surface, leading to scientific interest in the potential for extremophile microbes within the clouds. This is made possible by Earth being an ocean world, the only one in the solar system sustaining liquid surface water. Almost all of Earth's water is contained in its global ocean, covering 70.8% of Earth's crust. The remaining 29.2% of Earth's crust is land, most of which is located in the form of continental land masses within Earth's land hemisphere. Most of Earth's land is at least somewhat humid. and covered by vegetation, while large ice sheets at Earth's polar deserts retain more water than Earth's groundwater, lakes, rivers, and atmospheric water combined. Earth's crust consists of slowly moving tectonic plates, which interact to produce mountain ranges, volcanoes, and earthquakes. Earth has a liquid outer core that generates a magnetosphere capable of deflecting most of the destructive solar winds and cosmic radiation. Earth has a dynamic atmosphere, which sustains Earth's surface conditions and protects it from most meteoroids and UV light at entry. It is composed primarily of nitrogen and oxygen. Water vapor is widely present in the atmosphere, forming clouds that cover most of the planet. The water vapor acts as a greenhouse gas and, together with other greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, particularly carbon dioxide, CO2, creates the conditions for both liquid surface water and water vapor to persist via the capturing of energy from the sun's light. This process maintains the current average surface temperature of 14.76 degrees Celsius, 57 degrees Fahrenheit, at which water is liquid under normal atmospheric pressure. Differences in the amount of captured energy between geographic regions, as with the equatorial region receiving more sunlight than the polar regions, drive atmospheric and ocean currents, producing a global climate system with different climate regions and a range of weather phenomena such as precipitation, allowing components such as carbon and nitrogen to cycle. Earth is rounded into an ellipsoid with a circumference of about 40,000 kilometers, 24,900 miles. It is the densest planet in the solar system. Of the 4 rocky planets, it is the largest and most massive. Earth is about 8 light minutes, $1 away from the Sun, and orbits it, taking a year, about 365.25 days, to complete one revolution. Earth rotates around its own axis in slightly less than a day, in about 23 hours and 56 minutes. Earth's axis of rotation is tilted with respect to the perpendicular to its orbital plane around the Sun, producing seasons. Earth is orbited by one permanent natural satellite, the Moon, which orbits Earth at 400 kilometers, 238,855 mi, 1.28 light seconds, and is roughly a quarter as wide as Earth. The Moon's gravity helps stabilize Earth's axis, causes tides, and gradually slows Earth's rotation. Likewise, Earth's gravitational pull has already made the Moon's rotation tidally locked, keeping the same near side facing Earth. Mars is the 4th planet from the Sun, and a cold, rocky, desert world with a thin atmosphere, often called the red planet due to iron oxide, rust, on its surface. About half the size of Earth. It features the solar system's largest volcano, Olympus Mons, and canyons. Robotic explorers are actively searching for signs of past life and preparing for potential human missions. Distance and orbit. It orbits at a mean distance of 228 million km, 1.5 Australian dollars, from the Sun, with a year lasting 687 Earth days. Day length, a Martian day, Sol, is 24 hours and 37 minutes. Surface and atmosphere. The surface is dusty, rocky, and cold, with temperatures averaging. The thin atmosphere is primarily carbon dioxide. Moons. Mars has 2 small, irregularly shaped moons, Phobos and Deimos. Exploration. Numerous orbiters and rovers, such as NASA's Perseverance, study the planet to investigate potential past life. Geological features. It holds Olympus Mons, tallest volcano and Valles Marineris, largest canyon. Water evidence: while currently a desert, Mars shows signs of ancient flooding and possesses water in the form of ice and thin clouds. Signs of life: recently, findings by the Perseverance rover, including organic matter in rocks, have provided some of the strongest evidence yet for potential past microbial life. Human exploration: space agencies are actively studying the planet to overcome challenges like high radiation and low temperatures to eventually send humans to the surface. Jupiter is the fifth planet from the Sun and the largest in the solar system, with a mass over twice that of all other planets combined. As a gas giant primarily composed of hydrogen and helium, it has no solid surface, a rapid 9-hour rotation, and a famous, massive, centuries-old storm called the Great Red Spot. It boasts at least 61 to 95 known moons, including the 4 large Galilean satellites, and a faint ring system. Size and structure: with a diameter 11 times that of Earth, roughly 1,000 Earths could fit inside Jupiter. It is a gas giant with a dense, potentially rocky metallic core. Atmosphere and appearance: swirling bands of orange, white, and brown clouds, driven by high-speed winds, characterize its atmosphere. The Great Red Spot is a persistent storm larger than Earth. Orbit and rotation: a day on Jupiter is only about 9 hours, but it takes nearly 12 Earth years, 11.86 years, to complete one orbit around the Sun. Moons: Jupiter has a vast system of at least 95 moons, including the 4 largest, Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto, discovered by Galileo in 1610. Magnetic field and protection: it has the strongest magnetic field of any planet, creating intense radiation belts. Its massive gravity protects the inner solar system by attracting or deflecting comets and asteroids. Exploration: Jupiter is heavily studied, with notable missions including Galileo and Juno. Ancient observation: known since prehistoric times, it is named after the king of the Roman gods. Brightness: it is the third brightest natural object in the night sky, following the Moon and Venus. Discovery of moons: Galileo Galilei first observed its 4 largest moons in 1610. Saturn is the sixth planet from the Sun and the second largest in the solar system, renowned for its dazzling, complex ring system. As a gas giant, it is composed mostly of hydrogen and helium, featuring a low density that would allow it to float in water. Saturn has at least 61 known moons, including Titan and Enceladus, a 29-year orbit and high-speed winds. Rings: Saturn's rings are remarkably wide but thin, only about 10 meters thick, composed of ice, debris, and dust. Structure: it is a gas giant with no true solid surface, but it likely has a dense, hot, rocky core. Atmosphere and color: its pale yellow color is due to ammonia crystals in the upper atmosphere. It has a unique hexagonal storm at its north pole. Density and gravity: despite being 95 times more massive than Earth, its average density is less than water. Surface gravity is slightly higher than Earth's. Orbit and rotation: a year on Saturn takes 29.5 Earth years. It spins very fast, completing a day in only 10.7 hours. Major moons: Saturn has a diverse system of moons, with at least 61 confirmed. Titan, the largest moon, with a thick atmosphere and lakes of liquid methane. Enceladus, known for its icy jets of water spraying from its surface. Exploration. Several robotic missions have explored the Saturnian system, including Pioneer 11, 1979, Voyager 1 and 2, 1980s, and the Cassini-Huygens mission, 2004 to 2017. Uranus is the seventh planet from the Sun, distinguished as a cold, cyan-colored ice giant with a unique 98-degree axial tilt that makes it appear to roll on its side. Discovered in 1781 by William Herschel, it is the only planet named after a Greek god, the sky deity Uranus. Composition. Classified as an ice giant, it is primarily composed of water, ammonia, and methane ices over a small rocky core. The methane gives the planet its blue-green tint. Unique tilt and orbit, tilted at nearly 90 degrees. Its poles experience 42 years of sunlight followed by 42 years of darkness. It orbits the Sun every 84 Earth years. Temperature. It is the coldest planet in the solar system, with temperatures dropping to moons and rings. Uranus has 28 known moons, including Titania, Miranda, and Ariel, and 13 faint rings. Exploration. The only spacecraft to visit Uranus was Voyager 2 in 1986. Size. Approximately 4 times wider than Earth. The planet's extreme tilt is believed to be the result of a massive collision with a celestial body early in its formation. Neptune is the eighth and farthest known planet from the Sun, classified as an ice giant. Discovered in 1846 through mathematical calculations, it is a cold, dark, and whipped by supersonic winds. It has a deep blue color due to methane in its atmosphere, 16 known moons, and a faint ring system. Key facts about Neptune: orbit and distance. It is 30 times farther from the Sun than Earth, with an orbital period of 165 Earth years. Atmosphere and composition. Composed mostly of a hot, dense fluid of icy materials, water, methane, ammonia, above a solid core. Weather. Features the most severe weather in the solar system, with winds reaching up to 200 miles per hour, nearly 2000 kilometers per hour. Discovery. First planet located through mathematical prediction rather than direct observation, by Urbain Le Verrier, Johanna Gottfried Galle, and John Couch Adams. Exploration. Only one spacecraft, Voyager 2, has visited Neptune in 1989. Moons. Known moons include Triton, which has ice volcanoes and may have a subsurface ocean. Atmosphere and structure. Neptune lacks a solid surface, as its atmosphere of hydrogen, helium, and methane gradually merges into a hot, pressurized, slushy ocean of water, methane, and ammonia, with a rocky core. Pluto is a dwarf planet in the Kuiper belt, a distant region beyond Neptune. First discovered in 1930 and long considered the ninth planet. Reclassified in 2006, it is the largest known trans-Neptunian object, featuring a surface of nitrogen, methane, and carbon monoxide ices with temperatures below -375 degrees Fahrenheit. Reclassification. The International Astronomical Union, IAU, reclassified Pluto as a dwarf planet because it has not cleared its neighboring region of other objects, failing one of the three criteria for a full-sized planet. Physical features. Pluto has a radius of 1188.3 kilometers, making it smaller than Earth's moon. Its surface features mountains, craters, and a distinctive heart-shaped glacier region. Atmosphere. It has a thin, dynamic atmosphere primarily made of nitrogen, which collapses as it moves further from the Sun. Moons. Pluto has 5 known moons: Charan, STYX, Nix, Kerberos, and Hydra. Exploration. NASA's New Horizons spacecraft performed the first flyby of Pluto in 2015, providing detailed images and data. Orbit. Pluto takes 247.69 Earth years to orbit the Sun in an elliptical, inclined path. Pluto is a complex and mysterious world with mountains, valleys, plains, craters, and glaciers. It is located in the distant Kuiper Belt. Discovered in 1930, Pluto was long considered our solar system's ninth planet.